We don't bow to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and a walker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to another Wednesday night and Break the Machine podcast. Blondie is back in the house. Well, looks like we got another subscriber on. It looks like just so happened. I just saw a click go by for the Discord. That's awesome. Thank you, Natron, for the follow on Discord and whatnot. We have movie night on the 13th. Anyway, we haven't seen Blondie in some time, so she's back with us tonight to get into all the shit that's going on, because there's just always shit going on. The girl dad has stopped by to say what's up to us too for a little bit. So that's pretty cool. You guys have been seeing him on the show with me on Saturdays and whatnot. So he could tell he has fucking nothing better to do, so he's coming to hang with me. Don't ask me why, but I don't know.
I think he just wants to hang out with me, honestly. I'm just kidding. See, I told you.
I think that's true. I think he just wanted to hang with you. Blondie, how you been?
I've been okay. It's just, just been kind of reeling down since the protest a couple weeks ago. It's kind of crazy.
Right.
It's been 2 weeks since then, but I don't know. I mean, things have really been kind of heating up here in Michigan, as far as ICE and the feds and, other than, they've been in Dearborn, they've been in some of those places, getting illegals, but I know in some of those, like, I guess, scavenger hunts for some of these people, they've actually found other illegal immigrants as well, like several from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Several Hispanic ones as well. So
Yeah.
they're getting,
It's
just
they're
all
they're
kinds of
wrapping up.
people.
they're wrapping it all up like it's just like it's what do you call it? Targets of opportunity is what
Yeah,
what's
and
happening with that.
honestly, and it seemed like they were kind of doing it before we got started, so they actually there was the lady that was the director of the Detroit airport. She actually
Hmm.
was just caught like allowing, I think it was like 25 chartered airplanes to
Shit.
be chartered like with like suspicious manifest, or I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah, manifest is
Is that what it
correct.
is?
Their
Okay, but and
flight
then
plans, their flight
like
plans
okay,
and
the
stuff like
flight
that.
plans, and then
Manifest would be like whatever supply they had on it too. So probably both.
right. Also, it was like $70 million, cartel like routing bank codes and all this stuff. So, people usually think about the southern border, but another thing people don't think about is the Canadian border. So they
Right.
were funneling, they were getting all these drugs over the Canadian border into the Detroit airport, and then it's getting, shipped out from there to, whatever states or cities or whatever. So, obviously there's some, he needs to, we got to figure out something to do for the Canadian border. Obviously, there's still issues there.
Right.
I remember when I went to Niagara Falls like a month ago, I don't know if they were border patrol agents, maybe they were just park rangers, but there was people like out there with binoculars.
Well,
And I
they
was like,
have
"Oh, you're looking
border
for a
patrol is
way to,
definitely up.
swim
Yeah, border
across,
patrol is
like,
definitely
really
because
wanted to."
it's a crossing there. So border
Yeah,
patrol would be there along with CBP.
yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, there's obviously the big bridges, like the Rainbow Bridge and all that you
Yeah.
go like to go to Canada. But yeah, I mean, you really could swim, I guess. I mean, obviously not near the falls. That'd be a little scary, but obviously, further out there, I mean, where I saw them standing with binoculars, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a little cold, but I mean, I guess if you really wanted to cross, are people like
People
on
will do
boats maybe at
crazy shit.
nighttime? That's probably a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people will do crazy shit. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
Um, let's bring the girl dad in here so he can say hello because he's been in the back. Uh, I
Talking
wanted
to
everybody
myself.
to make sure they saw Blondie first because she's been
Mhm.
away for a while. It's good to have her back.
Yeah.
She's also a little bit cuter than my face, so just saying.
Yeah, she's way prettier than both of us put together, man.
That's right.
Oh, we're all just so cute together. What do you mean?
And by the way, the girl dad didn't come for any of us. He came for Blondie. He's not fooling anybody.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't jump on with you guys over the weekend. I was
It's all right.
we actually, so since the protests, we've kind of been doing like, we got the whole like America First thing going, but in Michigan, we're kind of starting our own like Michigan First sort of thing.
Hmm.
And so the guy that was funding Anthony Hudson's campaign, since he withdrew, he's kind of now starting to like, we're trying to work on like local politics.
Right.
So we've got like one or two people. Actually, one of the guys that talked at the city hall that night in Dearborn, he's running in the 35th district here for, I think, senator.
Awesome.
Goes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of douchey, but I mean, whatever. It's the
Yeah,
agenda,
but
so it is what
they
it is. You know what I
aren't they
mean?
all though? Like,
Aren't all
aren't they all really?
politicians
Yeah,
douchey?
aren't they all?
Yeah.
His dad's
But
like
the
a former FBI or hold on, a CIA director or something. So
yeah,
whatever. But
People ask me all the time. They're like, "Oh, you gonna run for Paul?" I'm like, "No, no, you don't want me in
yeah, I
there.
wouldn't do it.
they actually want
I
me
wouldn't do it.
to. They told me I should run for mayor of the city that I live in, and I was like,
Do
that
it.
actually would be about. I would don't let me be mayor of town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
do
get
it.
this shit
absolutely.
together real quick.
I just don't have the calm, cool, and collected poise for that because I will just
Neither do
call
I.
everybody a gay retard. Like,
Yeah,
you're a gay retard. You're a gay retard. You're a
that's what
gay
I would
retard.
do.
You know.
Yeah, Star Spangled Kyle, good to see you, brother.
What's up, Kyle? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I don't have the. I just don't have it. I just can't. I know better. I've been asked in the past and whatnot. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Just can't do it. I wouldn't. They're like, man, you know so much. You're always speaking on good stuff. I'm like, not gonna do it. It just ain't. It's just I don't have the filter that you need
That's
Yeah,
what
as
I
a
we should
don't
all
have.
just
politician.
we should all just be like Trump. Everybody needs to be like that. Just be like, you're
just
fucking
call
I
everybody
retarded.
mean,
a fat gay retard.
you know
Call
what?
everyone you fat gay retard. No matter, even if they're skinny, you fat gay retard.
Yeah,
I mean, I get called a racist. I get called whatever. I got called a mid-white bitch like 3 times today. I'm like, cool. I don't really give a fuck what you think. You wouldn't say that to my
have you guys seen the South Park one where they're like, you can't say the F word? They're like, well, they're like, why not? Because it's offensive to gay people. And they're like, well, they're like, but we're not talking about gay people. And they're like, well, who are you talking about then? He's like, well, have you ever seen a guy on a motorcycle driving down the street as loud as he can be? Well, what do you think to yourself when you see that guy? And they're all faggot. Exactly. Look, now you
South
get
Park's
it.
the best though.
I mean, Tucker Carlson was just asking Pierce Morgan to say it. He was like, can't say faggot.
Yeah, Pierce Morgan's a bitch.
Faggot?
That guy is all for the Muslim immigrants coming into London and in the UK. He's like, oh, I think it's great. At least we have good food now. Like,
Yeah,
I know that was so fucking retarded. I'm like, dude, are you retarded? You're actually gay and retarded.
Yeah, he's gay and retarded. He's got the fucking the double whammy on that one.
And it's not even about being gay. It's just you're gay. It's the same thing as faggot and retard. It's all the same shit.
Does he have kids?
I hope not.
I couldn't even tell you. I honestly don't know that much about him other than the fact that he's a dipshit, and that he comes out. I will say that he has been freaking pretty vocal against the whole, Transformer shit. That he has been. You can't deny that. He brings these idiots on his show all the time, and he brings other people to counter them, and he goes at them too because he lost his job. All right. He lost his other job, okay, because he had to step down because of his position on Transformers and whatnot. So like he's pretty vocal about that, but he's still a dipshit. He's still a gun grabber, and everything like that. He believes that Americans shouldn't have weapons and stuff and to protect ourselves.
I mean, that's like Bill Maher too. Bill Maher's the same way. Bill Maher is completely against the LGBTQ indoctrination of children, and he's been always a pretty staunch liberal, but that's one thing I can respect about him is he's put his foot down and is like, if you guys want to keep losing elections, keep going after their kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Nina, good to see you. We haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, Nina.
It's good to see you. Nina's been very busy lately. Always taking care of stuff. She's missed the last. Nina, don't forget, all right? Next Saturday, we got movie night. Don't miss that. It's always good to see her. And whatnot. Speaking of like people running, this is actually rather interesting. I just saw this today, believe it or not. I don't think he stands a chance because of the state, but it was very interesting to see.
Oh yeah, Mike Lindell. Yeah.
Mike Lindell. Yeah. I just saw this today and I was just like, My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell.
Maybe they just put enough tamales, maybe they can get them in there.
It would be nice for potential Minnesota governor run to unseat Tampon Tim. My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell is mulling a bid for governor in Minnesota, filing paperwork opening the door for a possible run. Conservatives spoke to the Minnesota Star Tribune about his potential bid and said that he plans to make a final decision soon, on December 11th specifically, so next week. I'm going to announce either way on December 11th, Lindell said, noting he was not 100% sure if he will do it. I mean, this man has kind of been through a lot. If you guys have actually followed everything, he's been deplatformed, debanked, you name it. He's absolutely, had it happen to him. He's a big, him and Trump are tight and whatnot. He's essentially a Christian man, and he's caught shit for being a Christian. Every liberal and Marxist outlet has managed to do what they can to hurt him and hurt his business. And he's managed to, weather that storm. So it would be nice. I don't know if he stands a chance in a state like Minnesota. I don't have any of his pillows, so I wouldn't know.
I actually used to. They were actually pretty good.
I actually saw him speak.
I bought one back in like 2015. When.
So you saw him speak, Blondie?
Yeah. So what was that, a few years ago for the governor's campaign? So my ex-boyfriend worked. So yeah, that was when Governor Whitmer, Tudor Dixon were running for governor here in Michigan. So my ex-boyfriend worked on the Tudor Dixon campaign, so I was able to go to one of the one Trump rally here, and it was in Warren, Michigan. I was able to sit right behind him, like I was right there. It was really cool.
Awesome.
But Mike Lindell was there because I mean, so Trump was there to endorse Tudor Dixon. And I mean, so there was like a hair salon and a restaurant here in Michigan. I think it made like national news because they refused to close down. You know,
Right.
like they took all these fines, they took all this legal action, all this bullshit, and they were like, "Fuck you, Governor Whitmer, we're
COVID?
staying open." You know,
Was
like
this
go
during
fuck
COVID?
off.
They refused. They
Yeah,
refused
during
to shut down
COVID.
there. Okay,
Because I mean, we had some of the longest ever in
correct.
the history of this fucking country.
Well, Whitmer is a murderer of the elderly as well. Her, Cuomo, the
Yeah,
dude that was in Pennsylvania at the time, fucking Jersey jackwagon that Murphy dude. There was a whole string of them that just all together, okay, did the same thing, all had the same plan, and they murked a whole bunch of people's grandfathers and fathers and uncles and
sure
everything
did.
like that because of age. Governor
I'll
Wolf of
never,
Pennsylvania. Thanks, Jonathan.
I'll never forget that, and I'll never let people forget that, like I had to walk away from my patients, because I didn't want to get a vaccine. I had to let these people die alone. Meanwhile, she was out like on vacation. She was out
Yeah,
at like the baseball game. She's out here faking her
yeah.
kidnappings. She's out here being
No,
a
I
fucking
know.
weirdo, pretending
Yeah,
she's getting road work done and doing all this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, my
Is
my
that
I,
right?
brother's girlfriend was an RN, and she made him get the vaccine because they lived together, and he died the next week.
oh my
Wait,
gosh.
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. Stop. You said your brother?
Yeah,
Oh my
he
gosh.
died from the jab.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, James.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
really
Yeah,
That's
sorry to
no,
hear
yeah.
that,
insane.
man.
I used to post a lot about it, and got me in trouble on TikTok a lot. But it's
Maybe I
yeah.
might be able to help you with that. I'll text you about it.
All right. But yeah, he got the jab, and then he got the second one, and then a week later on his birthday he died. It was his birthday.
How old is he?
He was 48.
Did he have any pre-existing anything?
Nope, healthier than I am now, and I'm 42.
Wow.
Jesus. Wow. I'm so
Yep.
sorry. God, that just broke my heart hearing you say that. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
that just kind of
I
stopped
really
me in
just
my
can't deal
tracks.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. It's it's something that I've come to terms with, but it's just like what was the point? That was the point of the jab. The point was to cull the human race and kill 7 to 10%, which they effectively did.
Well,
I have an article I was going to talk about tonight in regards to that. Some really staggering numbers
go
as far
for it.
as
Well,
fertility
we're
and
there. We're
fertility.
Yeah,
there now, so you
we're
might as
there.
well.
We're
We're
there.
here, so you might as well go ahead and
They,
roll,
what
Blondie.
what's wild is they said that the number of deaths from the COVID jab that were reported is probably only 10% of the actual deaths that happened.
Yeah.
So if they're reporting 180,000 deaths from the jab, the real numbers, a ton more. You're looking
Yeah.
at millions that
And
died,
that's
and
not even, again, that's not even, we're still, it always takes about, 5 to 10 years till we start getting even more
Exactly.
medical knowledge and stuff like that, more scientific knowledge. So we don't even know yet. We're not even there yet. Actually, we're
yeah,
close. We're getting close to hitting that first benchmark of 5 years. Okay. Will be next year.
yeah.
And, you know, but the
But
10
even
year
then,
mark is usually when you see a lot.
yeah, I was gonna say even then the 5 year mark really isn't. I mean, it's still gonna take them another year or two to sift
Yeah,
through all that
it's,
bullshit. But
Okay.
yeah,
So,
I hate them for doing that shit. I
yeah,
do.
understood. Okay, Blondie.
so we know, like, and we've talked about before. So, like, one vaccine saves one life out of a million people, but more people die from it than actually getting, like, than surviving because they've had it.
Yeah.
And, so it's killed, we know it's killed over 600,000 Americans. And so as far as like fertility for women, it For women that have had it kills over 60% of a woman's non-renewable egg supply. So we know women are born with however many eggs or ovum. You ovulate, you have a period, you have so many throughout your life. You don't ever get more. So men, they make new sperm every day. So
Can you
women, what
do
they
me?
have is what they have.
Can
So
you just
women
point
that
out where?
have
Can
the
you just
COVID
point out where
vaccine.
this is, Blondie? Where you got your info of, so people know where to look for it, please.
Yeah, I probably could put it in the Discord.
Okay.
Um,
Make sure you go to Blondie's corner. She'll drop it in her
Yeah,
chat.
I'll
Go
put
ahead,
it in
Blondie. Keep
there.
rolling.
There's actually a video about it where a guy kind of breaks it down. I'm just kind of doing like a little overview of it.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Um, yeah, so I mean, it's okay. So 60% of a woman's non-renewable egg supply. So, a woman, even a younger woman, she has, like a 75% chance of getting pregnant every month, and it gets lower as a woman gets older.
Yeah.
So, if you're a young woman or even an older woman, it's killing 60% of your supply. That means it's at least over 50% of what you have left.
Which drops the
So,
fertility rate to like 5% versus
exactly.
75%.
Exactly. And then of the women that actually were able to get pregnant, only it reduced like a pregnancy success rate by 33%. So
Yeah.
that means women that were actually able to not have a miscarriage, actually able to carry baby from conception to birth. So, and that's just from what we've known, I guess, in the last 5 years.
That's just,
So,
it's pure evil. It was, then Bill Gates came out in a video and he's like, oh, well, we just need to make a vaccine that's going to kill 10% of the population. He said it before COVID ever came out. And then he was the biggest backer of the vaccine. And everybody, well, he didn't
Yeah.
mean that. I'm like, if people say
It,
something, believe them.
it's yeah. Just when people are telling you something, listen to what it is that they're telling you, because they tell on themselves way more than people realize, because they're saying it in their whatever speeches that they do. The other thing is that, think about this too, right? The Chinese to this point still have not paid for dropping a fucking biological warfare weapon on the world that killed millions of people before the vaccine fucking even started.
Well, to be
Okay.
fair, it was fucking funded by, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but what I'm saying is they still dropped the fucking biological fucking weapon on the world and have not paid the price for it at all whatsoever. Businesses haven't fucking stopped doing. This is what I'm saying. Like, it is just it just absolutely sucks, right? That people have not paid for what's going on and what happened and what went on.
And they
Um,
never will. Why do they give pharmaceutical companies, liability clauses? Like they're not held
you
liable.
think
They're immune to
you
it.
could think that because as good as he was, that was thanks to Reagan.
Well, I know
Um,
it was Reagan, but that shit needs to be like taken out immediately
yeah.
because they're the
Well,
biggest
it was,
criminals.
yeah. I mean, it was extended until 2020. Biden extended it until 2029 for all of big pharma. So, like, RFK literally could just remove that and we could hold all of big pharma accountable.
I'm not opposed to that.
But I don't know
Yeah.
why. Just like I don't know why day one they weren't stopping the H-1B visas and why they weren't stopping all these fucking Middle Eastern immigrants from coming over here. Why wasn't
Yeah,
that done on day one? Like why, you know what I mean? So who knows how many people have gotten the country since,
no,
even in the last year.
no, I agree.
I'm really disappointed in this administration so far. I'm
Uh,
not gonna
I don't
lie.
know.
It's really
I
going.
I think that's a fair assessment, but I also think that they've been, since day one, they have ramped up on illegal immigration in general. So there's probably a lot that we just don't know. But I agree that they could have easily stopped that H-1B visa shit fucking from day one. Um, that's something that I had talked about way before he even got elected last year. That was an issue that I was talking about. That it has been for decades now, taking, what do you call it? B money,
B money's here.
bro. The 15th, man. Oh, okay. It's all good, bro. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, he goes on. He's usually on with Gina. I think he's on with Gina, just Gina on Wednesdays and stuff like that, and Mondays. That's funny. Uh, yeah. So, you know, that's again, that's something I talked about. They've been taking that has been killing American jobs. One aspect of killing American jobs, essentially, it's outsourcing, is what it is,
Oh,
and it has
Trump
been a
Didn't want to get
disaster.
rid of the H-1B1 visas because he wants to bring in foreign people to run shit. Like he wanted to bring in a bunch of people to help with whatever that was. I forget.
Yeah,
My
well,
mind.
GTA even
I'm
started
fried
picking
today.
up.
I'm kind of fried
Yeah,
today.
yeah, but now, okay, because of events happen, right? Okay, and now he's forced to fucking do something about it. It's unfortunate that something terrible had to happen. Okay, but now he's forced to do something, and he's just got to get it done. There's just no more fucking dicking around with this at all.
Well,
Stop
and then
dicking
I
around has to
also
stop.
just 2 weeks ago, again, there was another fucking Chinese bitch at the University of Michigan had with her boyfriend bringing another fungus over that could literally take out billions of dollars of
plants.
livestock and shit here in Michigan. The Chinese have been trying to buy a bunch of farmland here in Michigan.
Yeah, you
They're
can't
also
bring
doing a bunch of
plants
data
across the
centers here in
border, but
Michigan. Like, everybody
you,
needs to fucking quit fucking with Michigan. Jesus Christ.
But you guys have actually stood up to that, right? I know. Didn't you guys stop like a big solar
Oh
fucking
yeah,
plant that
yeah,
they were
we
trying
stopped
to?
that. Yeah, we've stopped a bunch of things, and right now we're really pushing back. Like, and you know what's crazy is I saw this video last night. I actually posted it on my ex, but the girl, she was like, Michigan's the first state that's completely ran by all women, and right now it is. And look at it, holy
Really?
shit!
There are like
It's
no
yeah. I'm
dudes.
like, repeal the 19th. Okay, this past weekend I was meeting with my group of friends. Like, we're doing this whole Michigan first, America first thing, whatever. And we have a whole headquarters, we got a whole thing. And I was like, I was seeing this video of like these retarded liberal women. And I'm like, and then I saw this other video of like what it showed, like what the country would look like voting wise if only men
yeah.
voted, and it was all red.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
as a woman, as much as I love politics, as much as I love voting, whatever, like I would totally give up my right to vote
I think
because
you
holy shit,
commented
I
that
don't
on.
have to deal with these dumbass bitches. Oh my god.
I think you commented that on one of my posts where I was like, let's just repeal the 19th, because so many women were like, I'm in full agreement for that. I'm like,
I don't know. See, I say that, and they're like, "Oh, you're a misogynist." I'm like, "Okay, great. I guess
yes.
Yeah.
I just say yes. Anything they accuse me of, I'm like,
I'm a
yes.
racist and a bigot, and go fuck
You're a
yourself."
racist. You're a bigot. You're
Yeah.
that. Yes.
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 Yeah.
I'm
That's
the
my answer to everything.
Antichrist.
Yes.
I don't care.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
I am
Yep.
everything that you say I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. You won. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
You
but
got
but
it.
there's no buts. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes.
That's it.
Exactly.
Um, I
If I
I
start
I know
yelling
that there's
profanities, don't get offended. You called me a racist, so I'm going to be one.
Yeah.
yeah.
You killed Charlie Kirk, who literally was he's way nicer than I would have ever be to some fucking
They killed the
retard
nice
who
one.
want to argue with me about a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I
They
mean? So if
did.
you're going to kill him, then
They
fuck you.
took
I'll
the
be a
nicest
racist
one. They took
person.
the nicest one off the board that actually gave them a platform
Yeah.
to what do you call it?
Oh, now I just block people. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck. Like I had
I
last
don't
night.
even.
I don't
I had
even
a
do that
comment.
because I'm monetized on X now. So I'll gauge for him the fuck out of it. I'll make some money
Yeah.
off of you to shit talking. I won't
Well,
cuss at you. I won't
last
do
night
anything.
I had a girl say that she hopes that my daughters get raped and impregnated, and I'm just like, that's a
That was good.
very strange comment. I'm like, you're gonna be famous now. I hope you enjoy that. Like
I
she
used to get
turned off
those
all
on
of her
Instagram,
comments.
like go, do your family a favor and like go kill yourself. And then I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
Yeah.
post that, and then I would get a 1 week ban on Instagram for posting messages telling me to go kill myself. Meanwhile, that person wouldn't get banned, wouldn't get anything,
Nothing
and
happens to them.
you know,
Like
Yeah.
because I think that in the algorithm they look at what they've posted in the past, right? And so they go, oh well, that person like they post like flowers and this and that, and they're liberal, and so they're like, oh, we're not going to punish you, but they like
Yeah. It's well, the
a
big tech
Republican.
companies all run. The big
Yeah,
tech companies all run by fucking Marxists anyway. All living the dream off of capitalism. Okay,
yeah,
but with Marxist ideals, they don't practice Marxism. They have their people do that. Okay, they live the fucking dream as billionaires and stuff like that on their yachts and stuff in Monte Casino and all that other bullshit.
yeah.
Okay, but fucking, you know, it sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks.
Well, it's like
And every time we get going with one of our own platforms, some bullshit happens and we end up fucking losing it. All you have to do is look at like Parler and stuff like that and everything. Rumble, by the way, is not even, it was not even built and meant to be conservative or right leaning in any fucking stretch. It was just meant to be a free speech platform. You could literally be a gay, fat, retarded fucking leftist, okay, on Rumble, and you would probably get a following. All right, and people probably follow. You're probably gonna get torched by a lot of other people.
Fat, retarded leftists if they run here. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, so it's like it just is what it is, man. But Rumble, you know, Rumble, we're growing on Rumble, and you guys know next year I'm pushing away from LoopTube, and I'm probably just gonna put clips on the channel on LoopTube, and it's just gonna be Rumble. I'm gearing up to see what I can do with fucking Facebook. I'm still toying with that. James is helping me with that and stuff like that. But I we'll see. Because I'm still gonna need moderators. I'm still gonna need moderation on fucking Facebook, and I think Jonathan is banned from Facebook. He's banned from like every other platform. We're lucky we still got him on fucking IG.
I know. I'm banned everywhere too. I can't do anything.
You just got to make new accounts.
You need burner phones for that. That shit starts getting expensive.
Dude, I got my new phone coming tomorrow because I keep running out of storage for the amount of videos that I post, and so I got the big one, the big boy. You know.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Jonathan says he's banned everywhere.
I still want to know why my Telegram got banned. Like, I don't even know how that happens.
I don't even have a Telegram.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
I swear I'm on a government watch list. Like, there's no way that I'm not. I just got to label my X account. I've been monetized for 2 weeks now.
Hold on. Did you see what Natron posted? I guess not. Hey, Jonathan, are we restricted on YouTube? He says that YouTube link shows a warning that the video is restricted. Might be on my end, but Rumble is working good enough now. Not complaining, trying to provide feedback. That's all. It would not surprise me. No, God, I can trust me, man. Bro,
it's my fault. I kept saying faggot and everything else.
Yeah, LoopTube has had me. LoopTube has had me on ice since the inception of my fucking channel. Since I started putting videos up, they refuse to. They're not gonna take me off of that, so I'm not worried about it. I could care less if they take the video down, and we're still going on Rumble, so it doesn't matter. Honestly.
Yeah, it's not even worth the hassle anymore. To be honest,
it's not worth the hassle. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just gonna put clips over there and direct people back to Rumble at the end of each clip. You know, and hey, come back to, if you want to see the full show, come back to Rumble. You know, now's a good time to let everybody know, all right, that, you know, with the holidays and stuff, if you're really into coffee and stuff, guys, pick up some Scars and Stripe coffee, fam. Absolute great brand, great family that owns it. Chad Watts, you guys have seen him. He's been on the show. He's been on, you know, on BTM on a Wednesday. He's also been on a Warrior Wednesday to hang with us and stuff like that too. He's all about veteran entrepreneurship and whatnot, and helping veterans with his brand and stuff. And, you know, great brand. So please, if you're thinking about picking up some coffee for the holidays for your coffee loving fam and friends, please think about Scars and Stripes. Let's see. Thank you. This is not the only. Oh, wait a minute. So Natron says it's not the only channel that he's seen that restricted on with LoopTube. He says checking his LoopTube settings. Tori, what is going on, honey? Good to see you. Yeah, they just did this. I've had some growth on IG the last, you know, month or stuff, but they fucking wrapped it. They let me get a little bit of growth, and then it's like, nope, no more. and they'll keep me on ice for another year. It is what it is. I just got to fucking keep grinding and finding different ways, just to keep the show going and whatnot.
Facebook.
You know, we will see. I can actually, like I said, I could do lives from Facebook through here, but somehow I'm gonna have to get a fucking a fake fucking account for Jonathan so that he could mod for us on the nights that we're on, that he's on.
He can just take control of my Facebook account and hopefully not get me banned.
I mentally just cannot make another Facebook. Like, so many of my pictures and videos and memories are just completely fucking gone because of those fucking faggots. So
yeah.
I love that.
Faggots.
Not that you got banned, but they're faggots.
Fucking fags.
All of them. Yeah.
So it just irritates me to my core.
Yeah, I just created a page today. I got a private. Well, I'm sorry. I got my private profile, and just went through the settings to make sure that just people that I follow, follow me back are the only ones that could. That'll be like my personal page anyway. And then it wouldn't let me create a page. Like, James was walking me through how to create a page, right? So that I can make one for the channel, and stuff like that. And
Yeah, we need
freaking,
to
it
make
was
an
like
app for the channel too. I thought about
it's
that.
like your account is too what do you call it?
New.
Too young, too new
And then,
to
and
make
then
a
I
page.
Googled, I'm like, how old does an account have to be to have a Facebook page? It's all 18. I'm like, well, you got to wait 18 years, Eric.
That's funny.
You're getting hints on how to help yourself there, Blondie. This is Jonathan again. It's why you set up a Raspberry Pi with. He's, he's just like he's just Jonathan is the man. Jonathan will set you up with a server that will never be able to get fucked with. You'll be able to do shit. 4 terabytes.
Nice.
He's just
That's funny.
and host your own cloud storage. He's right. Yes.
Unless they
Natron,
take
you're
away
absolutely
your
correct.
internets.
Yeah,
Then you're
Well,
Natron
I'm
says
going
I
to be
think
starting my
Facebook
own
exists so
podcast
that
here soon.
good.
So I am
I
going
think
to need.
no excellent.
Dude,
That's fantastic.
yeah, but Facebook is becoming more conservative. More and more people are speaking out. No, they are.
That is funny. Now that's fucking funny.
Not even joking. I mean, how would I have a couple?
When I get my Facebook restored and all of my memories, I'll believe that. But until then, Facebook.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Like
literally
once your
sucked
account's
the biggest
gone,
dick
it's
ever known to any man or woman.
once it's gone, it's gone.
I think he means. I think he means people on
yes,
Facebook.
people
not
are
the
becoming.
people running Facebook.
I'm not on there.
Not the people running it. It's the people who are actually on there. Like conservative, we're growing fast. Getting hundreds of thousands of followers very quickly, and great engagement and everything else, and great response to what's being said. So obviously there is a shift in people's minds. Because that wouldn't have happened 5 years ago.
Speaking of Meta, isn't there some shit that we're supposed to do?
Then maybe I'll consider it.
Isn't there some shit that we're supposed to do?
If Zuckerberg told me right now, I'll give you $100,000 to start a new Facebook page, I would still tell him to suck the biggest Jewish dick he could find. Because no, it's like against I just can't even do that right now. Fuck them all.
Speaking of Meta, there's some settings that I saw a fucking post going around, and I think Nina sent it to me on Instagram. I'm gonna have to pull that up at some point. About changing some settings in Meta so that they don't use your DMs and the information and all that for fucking AI stuff and everything like that. Because they always, you know how it is. They always fucking. You always gotta. Every time they do some new we got a furry sighting.
I don't know how it is anymore. I've been banned all those places. So, cute kitty.
This is Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, he's over
I remember
it.
Charlie Kirk. He's cute.
He's so over it. He's like, fucking, will you just put me down, please?
I loved having cats. I had cats growing up, and now I'm allergic to them. So,
really,
cat butt.
That sucks.
I guess I can never be a cat lady. I guess that's one.
We got a cat hole. Well, that sucks. Being allergic to cats.
You can if you expose yourself to them, you'll become less allergic. It's true.
All right, hang on. Natron says, "No, Big Red. That was a notification that they will use all your shit for the AI development." Ah, there you go. All right, thank you for the clarification. Appreciate it. But I could have sworn that there was like a post going around on how to deactivate that shit.
I don't know. It's kind of like when Instagram put everybody on the map, and then you had to like opt out of it.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I don't want people to know where I'm at, because it's like people.
Where I'm at.
People like me.
I get enough hate. Now I need people to know where the fuck I'm at.
Well, just think of it this way: like people like me and Conservative Ant and Kayla and Claire Patriot and Kyle and who post stuff on a regular basis, and then people can just find out where we're at, like in real time. Like, no, that's so dangerous.
Like that was done intentionally, bro. That was meant to fucking
dox
like people
me, who was like literally doxxed on Instagram. Like, could you imagine? I mean, I wish that little fucking faggot would have found out where I lived, but he was too retarded.
This is the other furry
side.
Yep.
We got
lots of furries tonight.
We got more furries, Blondie. Not to be confused
Ready,
with
Blondie?
people who want to be furries.
Yeah, seriously.
This is my baby girl. She's a princess.
Oh.
She's like, no, I don't want to be in that position. I just want to be on your lap.
Dude's got like Wild Kingdom in his house.
I even have a snake right there.
Remember Tommy with the rats? This cat that brought the rats inside?
That night was absolutely hysterical with that rat. His cat brought in a rat. I think
like
it was
on
cat.
stream.
It was
yes,
he was. We didn't get to see it, but it was it was in the background, right? And so like he literally had to get up.
No.
The rat was running around. The cats and the dogs, because he has dogs too. Okay, we're all trying to get the rat. It was fucking pandemonium in the back, and he has where he was set up. And where he was set up, he has a camera that actually follows, like it goes with you.
No.
So like he had to get up, and when he went up, like his camera followed him. We saw him in the background. He's fucking mashing shit up. It was absolutely hysterical.
Like running all over the place. It was so funny.
Well, see, my cats aren't allowed outside because I live on a golf course. So there's a pack of coyotes that are on the other side of the fence, and the cats will jump down there and go like hunt for stuff, and then they're done. I lost 2 cats already at this house.
Oh God.
Yeah. I know. I'm just losing everything. My brother, my cats. Shit.
Yeah, the coyotes and shit they have no qualms on eating other people's Tommy vision. Yeah, it was absolutely hysterical. That was such a funny night. We just could not stop laughing. That was his first time on the show too. He was the first time, and he just come to hang with us. It was absolutely hysterical. I got that video. It's actually on my what do you call it, portable hard drive. I got to pull that shit back up for Saturday and bring it back up for him, because he laughs every time he sees it. He thinks it's absolutely hysterical every time he sees it. It was the best. It was just really funny. It was
a great way to start the show for him.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what? He's like, what is that? And he's like, my cats just brought a fucking rat in the house. It was just funny because it was running all over the place. He's like, now it's under the couch. He was giving us like a play-by-play, which made it even funnier and whatnot. Oh, Jonathan says he still picks on him for that, and he thinks I'm insane for liking eggnog. I like eggnog.
Eggnog's delicious. What the? The other night I was getting hammered off eggnog. Remember?
Yeah, you were definitely fucking. It was hitting you really fast.
I was 3 sheets. Oh, I was already like 4 or 5 drinks in by that point. But
General Mills, what is going on? Good to see you. Canadian Patriot.
I actually ended up playing some Texas Hold'em poker that night, Saturday night. That was pretty fun.
Did you win?
Yeah, I actually did pretty good.
Good.
Did you got good winnings on Saturday? Where were you playing?
We were like playing for like real money. We were fucked up. I mean, it was like a group of us, our whole like political little group we've got here. It was pretty fun though.
So you mentioned you're going to start your own podcast, which is dope. When you looking to start that?
I'm hoping probably by January 1st. I'm hoping. I think that'd be doable.
You do got the new camera.
Yeah. Yep. Well, in our office space, we've got a huge office space, but they're going to set me up.
Are you using headphones or no?
No.
No.
So your people are setting. I remember you talked about it last time. The dude that bailed, the dude that had no choice but to bail on fucking
Anthony.
That Hudson dude. Yeah. He's giving you that space so that you can do a podcast and whatnot.
Yeah, me and there's this other guy. His name is Andre. He's a black dude. He's got a pretty big following on X and a lot of the other platforms. But he's a black dude, and he's like a super super racist black dude, like really bad, but whatever. I don't know, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? He gets a lot of pushback. He gets a lot of pushback from people for it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
and you're gonna be doing a show with him?
Well, he's going to be starting his own podcast, but I think so me and him are both going to be like the big social media sort of people. And what we're trying to do is, we're starting with local politics here, just trying to, we're really hoping we get a Republican governor. But if we, the townships and judges and all these things, if, I mean, they're talking about there's a person for next year, like we may even have to run people as Democrats to get some of these people elected. You know what I mean? So it's like different ways, like looking at things like, wow, I never would have even thought of that. But
give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Parties anymore because both parties are such shit in the toilet that it's, you know what I mean? It's like, we got to like start over, like do something, I don't know. And we're hoping other states will catch on and try to like get inspired or, I've had people like reach out to me like, when are you going to come to Minnesota and protest? Are we going to do this? And I'm like, I'm not going to Texas or Minnesota. I don't know those. I'm not going to get myself in legal trouble there. It's risky enough doing it where I live at. Right. You know what I mean? So it was, I risked a lot doing that, and, it is what it is, but I feel like more is going to come out of it than.
I think that's awesome.
I
think that's great. If they've given you a space for you to actually, do your shows, have you put some thought into when you're going to do them?
You mean like the days of the week?
Yeah.
No, I'm not really sure yet. I mean, obviously I would keep our Wednesdays open, and
yeah.
I mean, I'd probably start out maybe just a couple of days a week at first, just to see, but I really need to start like, Instagram, it was really easy for me to figure out how to get stuff to go viral, it was really quick for me. I was really like moving along quick, and then I fucking lost it. But X is a lot harder. It's just so many more people, and people have like ADHD, like times 1,000 on there. So it's like,
but you can actually do a live, like a show like this on X, where you really can't do that on IG. You can do lives on IG, like easily, right? Like you could just start a live and stuff like that, and just keep.
See, I was always banned from doing lives on IG from day one.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like I could sign into my IG and do a live. I don't even know what it would look like. I don't know if it would just be me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they do that. Like, you have to do that freaking, you got to change the portrait landscape. Cats separated. Yeah, Coquito. I see that, Tori. I'm actually going to be making some here shortly. Not in the near future here. I'll be making some Coquito. I usually make it for my family. I'm the one who, I was the bartender in the family. So I make sure I put it together for us during the holidays. But I gotta find some Don Q that I can't find anywhere around here, but I can't find it up in North Carolina where my family's at.
Yeah,
that's like best rum to use for it. The girl that actually knows what Coquito is, like he surprised me. He surprised me because like he's got a Puerto Rican friend that gives it to him for the holidays. I was thoroughly surprised with that. But yeah, I'm happy for you, Blondie. I'm glad that fucking that's gonna be awesome. And you can like I said, through EVMux, you can stream. I mean, you can use OBS or whatever like that too, but through EVMux, which is very user friendly, you could stream to X, you could stream to whatever other platforms you decide to.
Yeah, I've listened to some of the lives or the things that people have done on X. Those are pretty cool to listen to. Really good conversations. I was listening to one the other day. It was all about, they were trying to talk about like if Jesus was actually white or if he was, Jewish and all these things. And it was really interesting. Just listen. I mean, some of these people are just so smart. Like it's like so cool.
Well, he was a Semite. His color was not. He wasn't white like our pictures. That came later with freaking the European,
Exactly.
Glorification and everything like that. But like if you really think about it, there was a high probability he wasn't like his skin was like pale white or anything like that, because of where he was in in the Middle East and Northern Africa and whatnot, stuff like that. So yeah, that definitely, I know people. What? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think that's all right. I think it's cool, that you can get yourself going, and whatever I can do to help you, push that and push your message so get people to you. Please, you just let me know. I'll absolutely help you with as much as I can to get people over to you.
I got your back too.
If you're gonna
Thank
be
you,
on,
I appreciate you guys.
If you're gonna be on X,
I think I'm just gonna do probably just 2 days a week starting out and just kind of see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And just go from there. But I know it's just, I know that, I mean, as many days as a week as you do it, it's a lot of work doing this.
It is. It is.
Yes and no. I have an account. I don't do anything with it.
I was like trying to like research stuff, and I was like, I haven't heard that on here in 2 weeks, and I feel so lazy.
It just, you know what it is? It becomes a grind, Blondie. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It is a grind, and you just got to keep it. There are plenty of times where I don't want to come on the air because I'm not feeling it, but like you just, as long as the people keep showing up, it's up to us to continue to show up. For them as well. So it's balancing that. When you're not feeling it and stuff like that because of for whatever reasons.
I think I was just kind of burnt out, just because Anthony was supposed to come on the show. Then he canceled twice on us, and then it was the protest, and it was
Which Anthony?
Anthony Hudson. He was running for governor and he tanked his own fucking campaign.
He's still running for governor, I guess, apparently.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
not going to win though. He actually ran for Congress before in Michigan, which I never knew that.
Did he?
He obviously he didn't get on the ballot.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we all know, we've talked about why what he did to tank his own fucking stuff. So, it is what it is, and I'm just glad that out of that, okay, you gained some connections, that have come, that are gonna come through for you, and I'm looking forward. I'm fucking anxious to fucking see, and happy for you that you're gonna absolutely freaking. I know you're gonna wreck it you're gonna absolutely crush it. On your own podcast and whatnot. And like I said, anything I can do to help you, I absolutely will. And if you're seriously considering doing lives on X, which is where you're at right now anyway, I'm telling you, really, really pick up EVMux. It'll help you considerably. It's very, very user friendly, and I can walk you through shit.
I need that. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. But so about Anthony quick, just even after the Afghani guy shot the 2 National Guard troops, he still stands by his statement that there is nothing wrong with Muslims here. There is no Sharia law. And I'm like, are you people actually gay and retarded?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can say that now. Like, I mean, obviously we know this Afghani guy worked, he worked for the CIA when they were over in Afghanistan.
Right.
I don't really know what to think about that. What are your thoughts on all of that? I haven't really got to talk to you since it's happened.
I was I was fucked up last week over it. On Wednesday when
I was so upset. I was like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, when I saw the pictures of, Specialist Beckstrom and Staff Sergeant Wolf, okay, it took me back to a place, and it took me to a dark place very, very fast. Watching the pictures that I saw of I believe it was the U.S. Secret Service Police, their uniform division. I believe they were working him. He was on his side. I think it was actually her. I think it was actually Specialist Beckstrom, and it just fucked me up, and I was pissed, and I said as much on the show and everything about in the nation's capital, some goat fucker came around the corner and killed one of our soldiers. Okay, who all they were doing, okay, was protecting the people of the capital. Not even to this day, the National Guard has still arrested 0 people because that's not what they're there for. All right. Every time they have run-ins with people, they still hand everybody off to the local law enforcement, which in our capital would be the Capitol Police, the Park Police, United States Secret Service Police. Okay, there are like 3 or 4 different organizations, law enforcement agencies that they would hand people over to, and stuff like that. Okay, and it messed me up to see that, and it aggravated me, and it aggravated a lot of people, and I just think that again it has now forced the president to fucking do what he should have been doing from the get-go, but it's also opened up more information, okay, about what went on in Afghanistan withdrawal and stuff like that. More information coming out, shit that we need to know. And
Yeah.
I just don't want to. At this point, I just fucking scoop them all up. I don't even give a shit. They have shut down. They have shut down any kind of freaking. I mean, they have shut down the process for people who were already in the green card thing and been like it is forced the hand, and it's sad that it took the death, okay, of one of our soldiers in our capital, and the almost death of another one who's actually has come through, thankfully,
Yeah. I've seen
okay, but
that.
we still lost someone, very young soldier at that. Um, you know, um,
Did you see
yeah.
that they both were sworn in only 24 hours before that happened? How bizarre is
What?
that? They were
What
they
was
were
that?
both of them were sworn in 24 hours
Oh,
before that happened. Like, I don't know,
yeah.
that's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
24 hours
So
prior,
Like,
they
what
got
is a
correct.
like what a coincidence? How fucking weird.
Yeah, they were sworn. So what people need to understand is that the National Guard in the Capitol, okay, are actually law enforcement agents, all right, and they have law enforcement power in the Capitol, but again, they're still handing over the protocol. Whatever has been set up is to hand over if they detain anybody for any reason in the commission of a crime or whatever, they hand over to the local law enforcement agency, which is, like I said, the Capitol Police, the U.S. Park Police, and the United States Secret Service Police, which is they're responsible.
Well, let's just call it what it is. It's the media and Democrat politicians, liberal influencers. It's all their fault because they've been perpetuating, violence against all of the National Guard, the ICE, police, anybody that is a conservative that speaks out against them. They advocate for violence against these people, and so this
Well,
falls directly on their hands.
and they've been dumping on our military for time immemorial, for as long as I can remember. It's not even just recently, fucking
Yeah.
forever now.
B Money
And then
asks
you had
if he can come in
the
and
yeah,
chat.
then you had I'm sorry, I missed that. Hang on, B Money. And then they had the seditious six. Okay, hey
Yeah.
cowgirl, good to see you. All right,
Hey,
who are
cowgirl.
actively telling fucking our
No,
troops to be seditious in nature and not to follow the pre. No matter how they try to word it, that is the message that they're trying to say. Just they're trying to
Oh,
fucking incite a military coup, which is not going to happen, by the way.
yeah.
Okay, our fucking military. There's a reason why. Okay, there is a reason why every branch, minus the Marine Corps, which always makes their fucking number because they're the Marines. All right, in less than 5 months, every other branch made their fucking year quota. Okay, with people fucking enlisting. This was
Well,
this year
we had record lows of no one enlisting, and then all of a
for
sudden Trump
years.
gets in office, and they all meet their quota. Well, like he said, within 5 months, people couldn't wait to get back into the
Correct.
military. But
Right. So
during Biden admin, no one wanted to join because they didn't want to fight under a warmongering piece of shit.
it goes beyond that, though, man. It's not
it
just the
does.
warmongering, bro. It
It
goes
does.
beyond that. Okay, under the Obama administration, all right, started using the military as an experiment. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
social experiment. What is going on, Liberty One?
What's
You
up,
know I
Liberty?
love real pierogies too. I love your pierogies.
Mhm.
And it started under him, right? So
Hi.
he opened up the door with the active fucking, if you're gay you can be open and whatever, and I said something, and I was talking to people at the time, okay, my family and whatnot, and I was like, I have no problem with that. We actually knew who was probably gay when we served with them, right, back in the day and stuff like that. It was don't ask, don't tell. Everybody kind of did their own thing. I was like, okay, that's fine. This is where we're at, right? But what's going to happen, and I knew it was going to happen, is that I'm going to take issue with, they are going to disrespect the fucking uniform. They're going to break up the esprit de corps. Not all of them, okay? But there's going to be the loudest ones, the most fucking feminazi, the most flamboyant ones are going to fuck everything up. And we saw it play out in the Biden administration. They were having drag queens who were fucking in military uniform in one shot, and then the next shot they're in their drag, running around with Doberman Pinscher masks on their face because they wanted to get banged by fucking cat furries or whatever it was. Okay, drag fucking hours on Air Force bases. All of that shit was taking place, okay, in the last
It turned
administration.
into a
So
circus.
it just it if you're a fucking young kid who's patriotic, regardless of what's going on in the nation, and you actually see what's happening to our military, why would you want to sign up?
Yeah. Well, look
Yeah.
at Rachel Levine. Rachel Levine was in the military, mentally ill trans fuck who became the minister of health. You know, which is fucking insane. And it's like,
Or the Secretary of Defense.
yeah,
Okay, now it's the Secretary of War, but the Secretary of Defense at the time, Lloyd Austin, just fucking took off and went AWOL. Okay, AWOL for fucking weeks on end. All right, he went AWOL, just like disappeared. I'm just gonna go UA, unauthorized absence. All right,
Yeah.
so like, why would you wanna serve if you're a young mind, okay, that has has it in you that I want to serve for my country? There's still a lot of kids that are willing to do it. It happened in, like I said, in a 5-month stretch. Kids fucking just like showed up, all right, to not only just younger kids but younger adults in general, all right, signed up quickly
But I think
to sign back
something
up.
a lot of people aren't realizing also is that just because Trump's in office, just because we have Pete Hegseth, just because all these things, there are still people from the Biden era in the military. So I was yesterday I caught the end of Alex Jones' podcast, and this dude called in talking about how he was able to get back in the military, because of COVID and all this. But then they put him on some like PCS station, like really like some really fucking dumb one where nobody wants to go, but it's like where they send all the people that have came back after leaving from the COVID vaccine. So he was still talking about it's still a lot of bureaucracy and like the officer corps and stuff. And
There's of course that right
right,
that's you're absolutely correct on that. But one of the things that Pete Hegseth has been doing at the direction, obviously Trump is listening to him, is setting fucking different standards, all right? Setting height and weight standards back to what they usually were. Being fucking
exactly.
physically fit all up and down the board. Okay, not just like your soldiers, like if you're a general, you have to be fucking fit too. All right.
Yeah,
So like they're doing different things, okay, that they can't stop him from doing one. All right. And it is going to start weeding people out. All right. And it's not going to
as well
happen
they should.
overnight, but it's going to start weeding people out. And because there is still a bureaucracy, there's still the fucking swamp is still just as deep in the
oh
Department
yeah.
of Defense, okay, and in our military as it is in every other aspect of our government.
Just like the people pushing the Podesta plan and all these things. It's I don't know. It's crazy. It's like
You know,
it's like who like even the whole thing in Dearborn. Like I'm still trying to figure that whole thing out. Like so I know the feds were there that night because they did that whole like a huge raid across
right, right.
Detroit, Grand Rapids, Flint. It was like a whole huge thing. It was like
Yeah, they were
90
rounding. They were,
agents.
yeah.
But like I said, the drones, all this stuff, nothing happened until Jake and Cam came in. So that, was it the people in the mosque watching us? Was it the feds watching us? Which, it would make sense. The feds would be keeping an eye on us. Also, Shrooms told me, so before I met up with Shrooms, remember the last show he was watching, he was
Yeah,
the guy that was there with me. Um, he actually noticed people up on some rooftops
I
in
remember you
Dearborn.
saying that.
Okay, did I say that? Okay, I couldn't
Yeah, I
remember.
remember you saying that.
So that makes me, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if it was the feds, I guess that makes me feel good. But then it's like, was I part of a psyop to like get something bigger going? Like, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know what to think about any of
I
it.
I
Just
think
throw it
that
out.
I think that. Hey, Cass, good to see you, honey.
Hi,
I
Cass.
personally
I
I
guess. I
personally
don't
I
know.
personally think that, okay, with the going after Somalians now, they're rounding people up. All right, shutting absolutely from all these fucking third world countries, shutting that all down finally. Okay, and putting it all to a stop. And there's nothing that anybody can do. They can bitch, moan, complain all they want. All right, but they can't stop him from doing that. They cannot stop the State Department. All right, which is Marco Rubio. All right, at the direction of the president to shut all of that shit down.
Yeah.
Okay, and we've been talking, right, Blondie? We talked about this fucking on multiple shows with multiple people about how we need to put a hiatus on fucking immigration as a whole anyway
Oh
and get shit correct. All right, like
I
we've been
completely
saying
agree
that.
with that.
You know, so like we've been for months now, we've been saying that we're at that point right now. Obviously, it has taken something fucking drastic, but the path was already being laid out with stuff that was happening before the unfortunate death,
Yeah.
okay, assassination of our soldier in the Capitol. Okay, um, again, the whole fucking exposing Tim Walz with the Somalian freaking funding to terrorist organizations in Somalia and shit like billion. It's like $1 billion or some shit like that, or 7 billion. The number goes from 1 to 7, back and forth. You just never know. It's still several billion, probably. Okay, shutting down that network too. That is part of the decisions that were made just recently about
Oh, yeah.
fucking, and that came from the Treasury Secretary. Okay, that's coming at the behest of the president, saying we need to shut all this down. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. Like, you know, people are going to slip through the cracks. We know that. All right, we know that. We understand that. But it's coming. All right, and we're still guys. We're still in year one. Is it gonna happen all fucking fast? I
We're
hope
not
so. I
even
hope it happens
past. Yeah,
faster.
we're still in year one. That's the thing. People are forgetting that, you know. And I understand you said you were disappointed in Trump's administration so far.
Yeah, and
but
we call
we have
balls and
3
strikes
more
here. So if
years.
you're pissed
Yeah.
off, yeah.
Yeah, there's things that I don't like that have happened, but for the most part, he's doing what he's saying he was gonna do, and we still have 3 years to get more stuff done. So, and we're fighting against, you know, idiotic Democrats who will fight us tooth and nail on the stupidest
But
shit.
it's not even just Democrats, and like, you know, like that's not like, don't even say that, because there's
hold your thought.
just
Hold
as
your
many,
thought.
or if not more, retarded Republicans. But
That is
you
true.
know,
That is absolutely true.
Pam Bondi
Blondie.
is my biggest issue. So I literally would do a better job as an attorney general than she would. Like, I did all of the legwork, all the investigative work. I literally got a person arrested and thrown in prison. And that fucking dumb bitch better make sure that he gets no deals. He gets no nothing. And
Well,
I'm doing everything I can to make sure of it.
I
He's also
don't.
facing
Meanwhile,
charges
she's
in
done
Texas
literally
too, so no
nothing
matter.
except whatever attorney she had on the James Comey thing. The one thing she did of all of this time, she even dropped the ball on that. So I don't really care if she's Republican or Democrat. I don't care what any party anybody's in. They're all
So
fucking.
I will say that
Hold on, James. Hold your thought.
Yeah.
B Money, jump in really quick so you can introduce yourself, because you're coming on the show fucking like really soon here, in on the 15th. So if you want to, I know you were hanging out in the chat. Oh, I see you still there. Jump in really quick if you want to, brother. Just so you can introduce yourself, and whatnot, and then we'll let everybody know what we got coming on with you on the 15th. Go ahead, James.
I was gonna say, one of my really really good friends. He was actually when I got married. He was at my wedding, but he is the field office director for Boston for Homeland Security, and so he is very familiar with Pam Bondi. And me and him have had discussions, and he has told me that, you know, there's things that she is working on that does take time. I know that we want arrests now, and I think we all deserve them. You know, for all the shit that's been going on for the last 8 to 10 years, people need to pay for what they've been doing. You know, with the Epstein files and everything else. But he said there is going to be stuff coming down the road. That's just what he's telling me, and he has a direct line to her. So
I mean,
I'm not
even Patrick
defending her by
Powell.
any means, but at the same time, I'm willing to wait it to see where it goes. Give it another year, you know, and then if she can't cut it by then, get rid of her, get a new attorney general.
But then there's like Anthony Fauci, who's literally 80 years old. Do we have another year? Like, we need it yesterday.
Yeah, he needs to be fucking thrown into a wood chipper fee
Rand
first.
Paul already referred him to the Department
If
of
he's on his
Justice.
deathbed and we do that, I'm 100% for that. Public executions, bring them back.
Rand Paul
100%.
referred Fauci to the Department of Justice months ago, and Pam Bondi has yet to do anything. He just referred on things like, this bitch needs to get on the fucking ball, or she needs to fucking.
I agree with you. I completely agree.
I don't care who knows who. She just needs to go.
I agree. B Money, what is going on, brother? Introduce yourself to the panel, and let everybody know. So B Money is going to be on with us on the 15th. I've been wanting to do this for a while for all of you. We're going to have a financial show. And B Money's going to come in and absolutely freaking talk about crypto, finances in general, and investments and stuff. So that's what we got going on the 15th. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm B Money. I talk about money, all things money. Try to make it fun and funny. I can go as, watered down or as deep as you guys want. I got my whiteboard here. I kind of got my shtick and my things I like to talk about, the usuals, but I'll pretty much go wherever, But yeah, I'm really digging this discussion tonight. I think the fog of war is thick, and so it's kind of interesting. I liked what you said, Girl Dad, about your deadline. Personally, my deadline for like a lot of this stuff and kind of you know not really trusting as much anymore in Trump or like giving Bondi a fair shake. It's July 4th next year because I feel like that's being telegraphed so heavily
That's a
that's
great
like
deadline.
the big celebration date. Like Trump admin is pushing that date again and again and again. And for me, it's like, well, if there's nothing to celebrate, like I'm gonna go buy the torches and pitchforks myself.
I think that's everybody. I think to add to what Blondie was saying, I think that's kind of like that is the genuine feeling is that, okay, I will say though that like again, there are things that we've actually seen that have actually like we've seen take place, right?
Yeah.
They have been rounding up not just the illegal immigrant pedos, but other American pedos, okay, at a rapid pace.
I'm with you, Big Red. I'm with you.
Yeah, so like there are
That is
things.
one thing they have been doing really well.
There are things that are taking place. I know there are other things that take a little bit longer. One of the things when I got my fucking little bullshit little criminal justice degree that everybody was getting in the 1990s and stuff, I had one of my professors, okay,
I have
everybody
so many
was getting
friends with that degree.
It's not bullshit, but
it got me absolutely nowhere. But my investigation professor, okay, on investigations was actually a retired FBI, and the story he always told us was this. He said, I lost one of my biggest cases because I put blinders on and I was trying to prove the person was fucking guilty, right? He goes, and
too
I
hard,
lost
too
it.
fast.
And he said I went too hard, too fast, and the district attorney or the attorney general at the time was like, "We're gonna lose this. We're gonna lose this. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking this. I'm not."
Well, look at the Diddy
right?
case.
Correct.
Yeah,
they rushed the
Fucked that
RICO,
all up.
and
they dropped the fucking ball on that.
They
shit.
rushed
Fucked
it.
all that too.
They rushed
They
it,
did.
and speaking of money, right? Like it's a patience game. Investing is really about patience, and I think with this too, with this geopolitics stuff, it's about patience. I think a lot of people get caught up that today's the end of history. You bought a stock yesterday. If it didn't pump by today, you're a big loser. Or if you trusted in Trump and he didn't lock people up by today, like we were duped and we're rubes. And my thought is like, let's look at the deadline. It's July 5th for me. So like I feel the frustration, Blondie, but I also think Rand is kind of like more and more Rhino and more looking like a Pied Piper. Like look at Ann Coulter. We found out she was funded by Romney and she turned on Trump. And look at Rand and like the way he's voting and who's he's aligning with and the things he's doing. And I don't know, like I was a big Rand guy. I voted for his dad. Like I love the Paul family, historically, but personally, I've got more faith in Trump than Rand right now, and I don't think the end of history is today or yesterday, and my deadline's July 5th. So,
well, no, I'm saying Rand Paul already referred. So the last, he referred Fauci to the Department of Justice last time, and then it was shot down. So he did it again as soon as Trump. So it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about him.
Well, once the executive order came out with
the Department of Justice to decide, are we going to press charges? Or are they going to wait till he's 90? Because I'm telling you, me and, as a person that lost my career, lost everything because of COVID and Dr. Fauci, I'm not waiting. Like, we're fucking done. We're just done. We're over it. We're done. We're done.
Yeah. Prosecute Fauci.
5 years gone by. I've literally lost everything. I've had to rebuild. He's 80 years old and he's going to die. They're going to let him die so they don't have to put him on trial. That's what they're going to let. That's exactly what's going to happen.
That is a fair feeling and assessment.
Right now. Mark my words right now. I promise.
That is fair.
I don't think Fauci's going to get away with it, but it sure does suck waiting.
No, he's going to.
Well, I'd bet money on it.
But just like Big Pharma is going to, right? They have a liability shield till 2029. You think RFK Jr. is lifting that? Nope. Why isn't he? Instead, he's putting out more COVID vaccines. Well, why in the fuck are you doing that? You never know the repercussions from the first set of vaccines. We're seeing lower fertility rates. I mean, I could go.
We're also seeing though, but hold on, they're changing the guidance. They're changing the age range. They're changing the
Well, I'm
language.
aware of that. I have a whole thing, you know, like hepatitis B. They're reevaluating the vaccination.
I think they're trying to do two prongs, right? They're trying to one, not push it and mandate it like it's not the way it was, but at the same time, they're still making it available for like the retards that want it. You know, like because they'll lose. It's part of the messaging. They'll lose the tide, right? If they push too hard the way we want it, it could blow up in our face. Personally, that's just my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just don't. It just doesn't make any sense.
Imagine they do the same thing they did with the Diddy case, right? And then all these people just get off. Everybody's gonna be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing, and then it's like, well, you failed us, and then so they want to make sure they get it right as part of it as well, I'm sure. And granted, I don't have a direct line, so
well,
but I also like what Blondie's saying. Yeah, but like what Blondie is saying too, like I kind of feel like where she's coming from, because in the same token, there are things that we want to see happening that if we at least saw them happening, you know what I'm saying? Like we saw a path, okay, and we saw them actually walking on a path. But if we saw them actually walking in the direction that we wanted them, that we've been asking them to go.
If they were more willing to give us more information, but then at the same time, if they gave us more information, it would put people on alert. So
well, and everyone reads the tea leaves differently.
I'm not talking about giving up the fucking case. That's not what I'm talking about. Being a little bit more transparent with certain things. Okay, the base is very, very shit. We got a fucking civil war going on in our base right now, right? But we're still fucking aligned with a lot of the same shit. Okay, we just think a little bit differently about it. But if they would just be a little bit more transparent with shit and not do shit like what she did with the Epstein stuff. She got a whole bunch of influencers. Okay, she was on Fox News every fucking 5 minutes. Okay, to talk about we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, instead of just keeping her mouth shut. Okay, and then when she had something substantial,
what if that's bait? You know, like what if that's part of
the folder to all of the influencers
and made them all look like assholes?
Because
they deserve to be looked like assholes.
Exactly, and that's my point. Is what if they were actually?
We have all this bullshit, semantics, theatrics, dramatics, fucking bullshit instead of actual answers. This bitch is pretending she's finding Epstein things on her desk. Yeah. I don't fucking give a shit about Jeffrey Epstein. He's gross. Anybody that did anything with him was gross. It's all fucking gross. Yeah. And everybody's just using it against each other. I'm sick of hearing Democrats, Republicans. I'm sick of every fucking person, everybody talking about it. Trump was one of the things he ran on. You know, you're going to pretend you have this on your desk.
But look what we got out of it, though. Look what we got out of it. Like, let's look at the results. I think we did get something out of it. So it flushed out the Democrats to go hard. Like, we got the other side to beg for the thing. And then when they got the thing, it was nothing burger, and it was so bad.
But my point is that there's bigger things to worry about than the fucking Epstein files. Like,
there's a lot of big things.
The end of the white population, like Anthony Fauci. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that's so? I mean, you can have your
as someone that lost. I lost my.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
Yeah. You know what, guys? You go ahead. I'm gonna go take a break because I'm done.
Okay. Well,
I agree with her, but
I agree. Fauci needs to pay the price. My brother died because of what he did, and so and that's what I was gonna say. He needs to pay, and the pharmaceutical companies need to pay. Like, it's bullshit that they got away with literally murder, and we feel helpless, and I think that's how she's feeling right now. You know,
she lost everything, like her jobs and all this. Like, her patients that she was trying to take care of. I was in medicine too. Okay, I worked in a hospital, and fucking because I refused to take the jab. All right, I was on the path to becoming a physician assistant, headed right to my master's and stuff like that. And I walked away from all of that because I could not personally take part in medical tyranny. I was like, I'm not going to be part of this. If this is what medicine is, okay, or what's going to be for me, I was like, I'm going to fail, okay, because I'm not going to be able to fucking do what it is that they want me to do. I'm going to fail at it. So I walked away. So you could call me stupid, but I walked away.
No, I mean, it's principles. Like, we all pay different prices, and shout out Blondie. Sorry for if we trampled on your feelings or talked over you there. It's a messy look. We're in the fog of war, and in those situations, even our own side can kind of friendly fire or step on each other's toes or get confused. And so
it's a difference in priorities, I think, to where there's certain things that are more important to certain people, and in those difference of priorities is going to make it feel like we're attacking one another when we're really not. It's just that we don't have the same perspective that the other people have.
yeah, 100.
That's what I think that's what it is.
Everybody's experience is different.
Yep.
Some people experience things harsher than others. So like it's just we got different places that we're all coming from. But I think in the end we're all trying to get to the same destination. Right? Like we're
Yes.
coming from different directions, but we all want to end up in the same direction at the final destination with a lot of this bullshit that's going on. And there is a lot of frustration pent up. There is. It's just like again, the base is like I said, we got a fucking civil war right now inside. By the way, I'm okay with people going back and forth, all right, and disagreeing and stuff like that. But in the end, we still have a plan that we absolutely must complete together.
Yep.
All right. And if we cannot walk away from one another, we can be fucking pissed off and we can get upset at things and stuff like that. But the end game, okay, still has to be the same for us. Right. And if we're both saying, both sides are saying, well, we want this as the end result, but we're gonna go about it fucking separately, we're gonna lose in the end, right? Like it's okay for us to disagree on shit and everything because we're not the other side, we're not sheep. All right. They fucking lockstep. Okay. No matter what it is, they are a conglomerate of special interest groups that absolutely hate one another. But when it's time to congeal like the sewage that they are, they congeal very, very fucking quickly.
Boy, do they.
All right. And we have to remember that we have to come together on things that are going to help us. For instance, I was a fucking big opponent of nuking the freaking filibuster, right? Because of in my mind with the Constitution, okay, and just being who I am, I was like, well, you know what? I want to make sure that the minority always has a say, right? But then I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I had to go back to Harry Reid and when he was nuking shit, and I was like, but you know what? The next time they're in power, they're gonna absolutely fucking tank it, okay?
Yep.
They're gonna tank it. They're gonna tank it, and they're gonna keep us on the sideline. We're not gonna get shit done. you know and so I changed my mind on that. I
Yeah.
just changed my mind. I was like, fuck it, we should just do it and pass everything that we want to pass. We got the president in place who's telling us just do it. Okay,
I'm
I will
with you.
sign shit. Okay, I'll sign shit. All right, this is the things that he's literally told the Republicans in both the House and the Senate, okay, that fucking nuke it, okay, and let's just
Yep.
get things done. All right, and the people will start getting happy. He told them that, right?
Yep.
Has he made some fucking issue? Has he brought up some issues that we're like, what the fuck, dude? Right? We call balls and strikes on the show. So like when he's doing something stupid, call it.
Well, and I
It's
think
like,
part of
dog,
it too is he wants us to speak up. And there's times when he'll kind of faint left, and then that gets his base riled up so that we're loud enough to get him the support when he wants to go right. Like I think he does intend to prosecute Fauci, and he does intend to go all the way with some of these things that Blondie's especially upset about, and we are too, obviously. But I think you know game theory and strategy isn't, you don't always go straight at it, right? You flank, you juke, you feint. Like General Patton does the inflatable army tanks, on the one shore, and then he attacks the other. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up. I got to get out of here pretty soon. I definitely want Blondie to get back in here if she'd like. But
Hi, Blondie.
anyway,
Blondie's
much
back.
love all. I'm gonna peace out. Blondie, nice to meet you. Girl's dad, nice to meet you. Like camera wise, I've lurked and hung out,
Likewise.
but
Likewise,
nice
see
to
you
meet
guys
you.
again.
All right, homie. I'll see you on the 15th, man.
Yes, sir. 07. Salute.
All right. What is Nate trying to
Yeah,
say?
I mean, I wasn't saying anybody's wrong. I mean, it's just my own, own personal opinion of like what I think it is so far, and I'm allowed to have that. So,
Oh,
you know,
100%.
that doesn't mean your
100%.
opinion's wrong either. My opinion can be wrong just as just as much as yours. And then like I hate Fauci with a passion. Like I would pull the trigger myself, If they allowed me to pull the switch, I would pull the switch.
We are not fucking advocating for violence.
No, we're not. I'm just saying if the state gave me the ability to, if
to pull the trigger, to yank
pull
the
the
lever.
lever.
I get
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was, I was thinking the lever, but I would. And that's like, the guy deserves it. He killed millions. He went back and forth on his mask mandates. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and he literally ruined children's lives because he forced them to stay home for a year and a half, 2 years.
A lot of people's lives. I literally lost everything. Like,
Well, people lost their jobs, their homes, their life, like, all because he's like, oh well, this is what I think. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, that wasn't follow the science or trust the science. That was trust whatever I say because I know better.
Well, trusting the science is the most unscientific thing, right? Like, the whole thing with science is whatever it is always being questioned, and
literally
there's scientific theory for a fucking reason. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, like, trust the science is the most unscientific thing I've ever heard anybody say about anything, regardless of what
I completely agree with you.
The nature of the science that they're telling us to trust.
Okay, they've spent however many months, making new COVID vaccines, not taking medication ads off the air. That never was done. There all these things that just weren't done. Not holding Big Pharma accountable, Fauci not being held accountable, but then they want to do FBI ring or stings for, sports ball gambling. Like, wow, that's the one thing that keeps everybody asleep. Is, let's go watch our football and let's go jerk each other off and talk about gay sports. You know what I mean? And then meanwhile, the players and the refs are all betting on it, are all in on it. Why? So that was Cash Patel's biggest arrest this year. Was a basketball thing. Who fucking gives a fuck?
Yeah, the guy who donated money inappropriately or whatever it was.
But my point is that instead of spending time on this fucking dumb bullshit and the scavenger hunt of where the Epstein files might be today, how about we focus our time on actual real things that matter, that actually affect real people? Because betting on fucking gay basketball and whatever bullshit, that does not something that affects me in my real life day to day. Things like Fauci and my life being ruined and people dying alone and people like your brother dying, those are things that matter. Not making new COVID vaccines and trying to figure out what the fuck is going to affect everybody from the last ones. It's just all the priorities are just not aligned. They're just not, I don't fucking know. And then he's wants to bring all these new Chinese people over. Well, we have another one in Michigan again, the third one, trying to bring another fucking biological weapon over here. Like, how many more chances are we going to give China to kill us? I know, but I'm done. That's why in Michigan, we're fucking done here. We're done. We're taking it back. It's just what we're doing.
Yep.
And we can talk about it. We can wait for other people to do things for us, but nobody's going to. Trump, we can put Trump down about whatever, but he can still only do so much. The people that work for him can still only do so much. Fucking retarded judges never know what they're even doing half the time. So even when he does try to do things, those get blocked. So I'm aware of that.
Yeah,
but it's like,
unfortunately,
on actual things of people that are like ancient and are in their 80s and are going to die soon.
Unfortunately, I agree with you that Fauci should be at the front lines. 100%. I agree with that. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a minute just because it needs to happen. The issue is that the optics right now are fully on the Epstein list. And I know everybody's sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing it. Eric's sick of hearing it. You're sick of hearing it. We know that he's not on there. But until that comes out and it's released and everything else, it's not going to get better. So it has to get a little bit worse before it gets better. That's the
even then, though, it's not going to. People say, "Oh, stuff's redacted." I mean, I'm sure the evidence trail is. Who knows what's
happening? The Dems destroyed. The Dems destroy shit going back in the Obama years. Okay, guys, this investigation into Epstein, has been going on for fucking 25 years. 20 years. Okay, and
It's a clown
any
show.
fucking lists, I'm telling you, evidence has been destroyed a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever we have left is what we have left. Okay, obviously we don't know what we really have left until it comes out, right? But fucking, I'm telling you, anything of significance would have been
Yeah.
destroyed along. I
Hold on,
personally feel that.
I have to
I
yell at my
personally
daughter
feel.
real quick.
Okay, what's
Hold
that?
on, I have to yell at my kids real quick. Hold on.
Well, put it on fucking. There you go. All right. I feel that
they
any.
didn't have to mute themselves.
Yeah, I know it's fucking. I feel like any significant evidence would have been destroyed. For
Yeah,
anybody,
especially to protect
significant.
certain people, certain politicians. Absolutely.
I think it's gone already, and that's sad. Okay, because the corruption has been so deep for so long. Okay, that has actually happened. And I'm gonna say this in. I understand the whole fucking gambling thing is, but I've said this to FBI
I don't even
guys.
know what the
Okay,
gambling thing is.
yeah,
I haven't heard about that.
it was a basketball fucking.
Well,
It's
can someone explain it to me? I
is
honestly haven't. She
yeah,
was
but
saying
this
I'm
is
like, wait, what is it?
I know it's and I've said this on several other shows, okay, guys, that the FBI, believe it or not, all right, is actually doing the mission that they were set to do for the first time in 20 years. They since the Patriot Act, okay, they became another fucking arm of intelligence. All right, they became an intelligence agency. That's what they did for 20 years while we were war fighting. Okay, fighting in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff like that. This is the first time in 20 years, guys, that the FBI and some of the other agencies as well are actually doing the job that they were mandated to do by law when they were fucking created. So I know I know that the gambling shit is bullshit because it really is. All right, there is more important shit that is in their fucking spectrum. That isn't something that I think should have been blown out of proportion. It is what it is. We should have heard about it and it fucking went away. Okay, and get back to guys like fucking Fauci and stuff like that. But I do agree with what James is saying about that this whole fucking Epstein thing has just been absolutely fucking in the light, right? And until we can get past this, many of us are already past it because, like I said, I think that anything of significance has been destroyed already. With 20 years of sitting on a shelf, it's been gone for a long time. And it's sad because like there are people that are not going to be held accountable. You're frozen. You're frozen, and you're frozen.
Hear him.
James, you're frozen, bro.
Hold on.
That's a nice pose that you got there. Look, Blondie, look.
No, he's just strike a pose.
His
I
eyes
really
are
like
wide
my
open.
webcam I got though.
It looks like that. Look at that look. It looks like he just shit himself. Look, it's like it just sharded.
He's just stuck.
It's like, oh, I just sharded while he was in the middle of talking.
Am I frozen?
Oh, there you go.
There you go, bro.
Done pooping.
It was my browser. My browser was acting up.
It looked like you were pooping.
Dude, the
What?
picture looked like you shit yourself. Shrooms, what's up, brother?
Hey, Shrooms.
No, but what I was gonna say is, do you have a document that you can grab from 20 years ago yourself? I mean, I really
God,
don't.
no.
I know
I
my
actually
mom
do,
does.
believe it or
My
not.
mom was an amazing records keeper. She has shit from when I was a little kid, but like she has artwork and shit,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
got
like,
stuff from 1995, bro.
yeah,
I actually do have documents that
Yeah.
go way back.
That's 30
I was
years.
a little kid in 1995.
Yeah. I got.
Wait, did you say you weren't born?
You
I
got
was
to
a little
keep your
kid.
military
I was a little kid in
all my
1995.
military documents are fucking in a safe place, bro.
Well,
And
you have to have
everything
them in a
important from
safe,
that time.
yeah, or the
Yeah.
safe deposit box or something like that.
So if there's something that you want to keep safe, you can. So that is the issue, right? That we all have is that unfortunately we know because we just feel in our heart and our gut that anybody of significance is not going to get held accountable because any evidence against them is most likely fucking in the phantom zone right now.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at, and right now it's a big thing of optics. Like if they don't do the optics that the majority of the public want, then it's going to be a negative to the Trump administration. So as much as you and I want Fauci to pay the price, it's not the number one thing on the docket, unfortunately, and that's like
Mhm.
it's a tough pill to swallow, and it sucks and it hurts. But hopefully that will get remedied before the end of his administration.
I
That's
don't even, I mean, obviously it's about the Epstein files, but I think it's just about people's just complete non-trust for the federal government.
Yeah.
At this point, especially after what we know about J6 and all that, it's like, you know, and like I said, what happened in Dearborn, like, was that part of a bigger psyop for them to start? Like, you know, I really don't know. So weird, but you know, it's hard to know who to trust about anything.
Right. Yeah.
Trust yourself, and that's about it.
Absolutely.
You can't trust. You know.
Continue to trust your gut. I tell people, like, you know, just continue to trust yourself and your feelings. When you're feeling a certain way, there's a reason why you're feeling that way. And you know, just continue to fucking do what it is that you need to do. And it's just again, until we start, I get the fucking sentiment, and I don't disagree with any of it. Okay,
yeah, everybody has made a valid point. I think.
Yeah,
and it's just
you guys. I got like 10 years on you, brother. I got probably almost fucking 15 years on Blondie. Okay, and I'm telling you, I've lived through enough bullshit. Okay, seen enough shit. Okay, that it's infuriating. Then I look at my fucking dad, okay, who's 85, and he's like, how he hasn't blown his stack and fucking went postal everywhere. Okay, I don't understand, right? Like I don't get it, you know.
Well, because back then they had Walter Cronkite.
But even with him, like, you know, when I have conversations with him now,
he was an unbiased news source. We don't have that anymore.
No,
you know, and
to an extent, he was still on the left. To an extent, he hit his leftism. He hit his leftism very, very well. Okay,
he was a JFK left, though. You know,
he as time went on, he showed his true colors started to come out, man. You go back and listen to some of his stuff, and you from his beginning to the end and stuff like that, and you see.
In the beginning, he was great,
but he was a different type. He was a different type of journalist, right?
Okay, he was like in the 90s, right?
Yes, back in the 90s. He was
I probably remember the name, but I don't think I was old enough to remember who that was. But I remember.
Yeah, he goes back to fucking way before that. You know, all through Vietnam and everything like that. That's when he started to show his colors and stuff like that. The red started to come out a little bit with him in Vietnam. But again, you know, you could still say, at least back then, he was still a different type of journalist, right? Like they would still go and look for the facts, okay? And regardless of where it came from, you know, they might be a little bit more left leaning and a little bit more nice to the lefties, but they would still report on the information and say, this is it, okay? Yeah. And they would still ask questions. Here's the information.
Make your own decision.
Exactly.
That's what the news. Well, that's what the news used to be. Now the news, we have freaking Harry Potter on stage, who's like, "Oh my God, Trump's in there," and you're just like, "Shut the fuck up, you dumb lesbian."
Oh, you talking about fucking
you know
Harry
who I'm
Twink
talking
Sisson?
About. Yeah. No. I'm talking about Harry Potter. She's a national Rachel Maddow.
Oh, okay.
Harry
Rachel
fucking Potter.
Okay. Right.
Have you guys noticed that
I call her Rachel
lesbian, you gotta be a little more specific.
Well, there's so many lesbians on MSLSD, bro. There's so many lesbians at MSLSD. You gotta fucking be specific,
bro,
man.
They all look like fucking Harry Potter. Take your pick. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. They all look like fucking Harry Potter, bro. It's ridiculous. Like, they have the same fucking haircut. All you have to do is add a little scar, you know, and the boy who lived.
Yeah, between Joyless Reed, who's not there anymore, Rachel Mad Cow Disease, and fucking Peppermint Patty, they just got a circle of fucking scissoring, you know, going on with their ideology is just insane.
Fucking dude,
I thought you were talking about Harry Twink Sisson, bro, because like,
well,
him and his boys are in a Motel 6 giving each other fucking Anaheim fucking knuckle busters and shit like that.
Gay.
So
donkey punching each other.
Yeah, telling you, man. Anaheim knuckle busters. Don't look that up, fam.
They're donkey punching each other.
Don't look it up, guys. Don't look it up. As they start looking it up.
Anaheim knuckle buster. ANAH.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You spell
It's
knuckle
just
with a
definitely you
K,
can't
not just an N. Just so you know, guys.
you can't get the information. Speaking of information, fam, if you're looking for a fucking source, okay, that is really good, and they're not gonna censor your results like the originals, and actually. The only thing they will censor is any kind of prawn or anything like that because they want to protect children and stuff like that and people's families from that. But if you're looking for a good freaking search engine, Free Spoke is absolutely awesome. I use it. They have fucking suppressed articles there all the time, things that you won't find on DuckDuckGo or Google or anywhere else and stuff like that. You will find on their website. And it's not just for news. You can get information and everything like that too that you're looking for. If you're just looking for a report, you will find more stuff on their website than you will on the originals. So Free Spoke, guys, it's an absolute great search engine. It's where I've gotten a lot of my stuff from. I could find shit, including videos and stuff like that too.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just
crazy.
What's that?
Oh no, I was just looking at nothing.
Oh,
just fun
Did
fun
you
things.
Did you just go look it up to see what it was? You
No,
did,
I knew.
didn't you?
I knew what that was.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I was looking at my views for the last 90 days, and it's kind of sexy. Kind of turned me on a little bit.
I'm getting my first payout on X, and it's pretty sad, but
hell yeah,
it's money I didn't have, so I can't complain.
Is it like
you made some money? You made some money on X?
I think I will. I'll make a little bit.
Oh,
are we talking like $100?
That's private, but like
$100, $1,000.
No, we don't want to know what you made.
I have no idea.
They don't tell you what you're making as you go.
I gotta wait for the statement because it's
okay.
done through like Stripe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's Stripe.
That was like a whole thing I had to do.
Right.
Really?
Did you got to set up like PayPal for them to pay you and all that other stuff, or?
Yeah, it's through Stripe Pay where you set up through your direct deposit. Or whatever.
I get paid from from Rumble. I get paid with PayPal.
Okay. See, I don't have a PayPal. I'm banned from PayPal.
I'm not banned from PayPal. That's one thing I'm not banned.
That's why I can't collect my money off of TikTok because I don't have a PayPal.
You can't use any other payment thing?
Is it?
No, they don't have anything else. It's just PayPal. Like, this is fucking. Like, you can't do Cash App or Venmo. Come on, guys.
How do you get monetized on TikTok? I actually had some videos go kind of viral lately.
How do you get monetized? So you have to have 10,000 followers, and then you have to sign up for the monetization. Okay, then you have to get approved for it, and then it's like you have to get a certain number of verified views before they start paying you on content, which is kind of bullshit. Like Facebook is the best because like I typed something out tonight before the podcast, and I'm just gonna go over there real quick. So I just said. I just want to take a minute and say thank you to all my followers. You all are the best. I truly am grateful for you. So I posted that, and that post has made me a total of 18 cents. I posted it like an hour ago, which is like 18 cents that I didn't have before. But, it's just for a simple text of like, hey, guys, like thank you so much, which I am. I'm super grateful for my following. Like it allows me to do things that I've never been able to do before, and it's amazing, and so that's one of the things I like about Facebook though is that only has 718 views. It's not a lot of views at this like right now. I get most of my views at like 3 to 8 in the morning is like 99% of my views. Yeah, but it's like. You can have a video with 1,000 views and you're going to get at least a couple cents from it,
Right.
So it's an interesting.
I think you should definitely because I don't know how the ads work on fucking on X. Blondie, but when you go live, I'm assuming they put ads on in the background for you as well.
Yeah, so there's two different parts of monetization for X. So the first one is just off of engagements. And then the second part of it is where you can actually make money off of the ads, which you have to have 2,000 verified followers for that, which I have over 3,000 followers, but not all of them are verified. So
okay.
it took me 3 months. So in my 3 months from getting banned from Instagram, I managed over 5 million organic engagements. So that's why I was able to get monetized within 3 months. So
that's awesome.
That's awesome. That's huge.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, like, you absolutely have to do the lives to X, and you have a Rumble channel. You
exactly.
gotta go at the same time. You have to go live on Rumble at the same time with X. And I'm telling you, do the EV Mux. I will show you how to link all your chat up and all that other stuff. I will show you how to get all that up. So when you're doing it, you'll be able to sit in the studio and absolutely just do shit yourself. It's not hard at all. This is a very, very user-friendly system, EV Mux.
Yeah. And I mean, I have quite a few friends on X that make really good money on there, so
that's awesome.
It's a grind. It's a grind. X is a whole different sort of a grind than Instagram. I just see how to make things go viral. It was so easy.
I still want to see your come up, period. I'm always happy to hear my friends are doing good. I am. That's just who I am. I fucking pray. I continuously pray for my friends that they get their come up and everything like that, because that's just who I am as a person. You know me, I'm not an envious person at all with anybody. I will try to help everybody I can. And I guess probably like a detriment because I've been fucking shitted on, but I just keep rolling because that's who I am. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to stop being a good dude to people.
Right. And for me, like I've always kind of wanted to do like my own sort of podcast, but I was never really sure, and you've always been really good at like leading a show, and like I can just kind of go off of what you say or add to it, or my own opinions, whatever. But I think just with everything that sort of happened, especially since the protest and just since Charlie's died and just everything, there's just really not a lot of like strong women voices, and it's really sad. Like, there's the one black chick what's her name, Tish, with the whole thing at the Planet Fitness out in California, where the guy was in her
the lesbian chick
the
that
locker room, and
she made Eric Swalwell look like the piece of shit that he is. That was pretty awesome.
She's a black lesbian liberal, and she is like very vocal about that. And I'm like, maybe that's as far as that goes, that could be what they need to see. A Democrat that's a lesbian saying, listen, like, I'm still a woman and this is not fucking okay. Because I can tell you, if I ever saw some dude jerking off or touching himself or naked in any sort of area where women or little girls are naked or showering or changing or anything, I will go to jail. So I'll be calling somebody for my bail money, just saying. Because that's fucking insane.
We got your bail money. Don't worry about that shit. We got you.
Exactly. I know people got me. But it's like, it's just so sad. Like, why? And this guy, he changed his name to Alexis, which was his ex-wife's name. He literally went
and he had a felony for beating her.
I know.
Like, it's so oh my god!
But you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up.
But she's so hold on, James. Hold your thought. The thing with her though is she is the part, okay, of the LG. All right, that just like
she's like an old gay.
She's completely tired of it. That's not how she grew up, and that's not how she got down. She does not want the fucking tea anywhere associated with them, and she understands that overall, that even as a she's still a woman. Okay, she does not want to have men in her space. Even if she wasn't gay, she would still not want men in her space. You know what I'm saying? So she understands it.
I've myself, other women I know that have been victims of things. Like, it's not something we want to be around if we don't want to have to be around it. We should be able to go to the bathroom or change at the gym without having to worry about some weirdo.
Without fear. Like,
thing. Like,
you see this?
Hold on. Yeah, save girls. But no, Natron, he had a town hall. Swalwell had a town hall, and fucking she was there.
I didn't see this.
She had it on her X page. I saw it. It was good. It was really good.
Can you find the video? So I want to post that. That would be a good one to post, I think.
Yeah, I can see if I can find it. Hang on. For you. Tell you where to get it. I gotta freaking click out of a whole bunch of shit here. I got a whole bunch
There's
of
this
other
one
shit
lady
open.
I just found on TikTok, and she's this black lady, and she lives in Dearborn. But she was like, I heard Ihan Omar telling that white guy, that white reporter, that he's got to leave and she's not going to answer questions. She's like,
Right.
she's like, people need to get me a GoFundMe because I'm going to Minnesota. She was like, I bet she won't tell me to fuck off because she's a black girl. She was like, I'm going. She was like, everybody's all these people are like, I was like, shit, I'll go with you, girl. I'm down.
Yeah, that just we need
People are really
some
getting fucking pissed off. Everybody is. Doesn't matter what color you are, if you're gay, whatever. Everybody's just getting fucking pissed off.
Well, one of the funniest things about that entire thing was that Joy Reid came out and spoke about it. And Joy Reid's like, I don't want no man in my bathroom, right? But 4 years prior, she's like, what's the big deal having men and women or a trans person in your spaces? They're a trans woman is a woman, but now Joy Reid has changed her tune completely. And it's like, oh, now that a strong black gay lady came out and spoke out against it, you're gonna take her side, right? Like
yeah, because nobody wants that in there. Like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like, dude, just take your shit at home. Just don't be weird. Like, just.
Dude, there's that video of the trans guy who's like, well, where do you expect me to go to the bathroom then? Shit your fucking pants. I don't care.
Use the fucking bathroom. You're a dude. You got to dig in balls.
Go behind the dumpster and shit your pants. That's it. Where fucking depends.
Or just throw yourself off
guys.
Do that too.
Oh, let's go. You're gonna have to DM that to me too, so I can screen capture that shit.
It's on Facebook, so you should be able to get it. I'm pulling it up on Facebook. Okay. Fuck is it? There it is.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for coming.
My name is Tish Hyman. So, I like a lot of things you said earlier. Thank you. So, I've been harassed verbally and assaulted multiple times by men in the women's locker room at Gold's Gym in LA. I've even lost my membership after objecting to one man in the women's locker room who turned out to be a convicted domestic abuser who broke his wife's jaw so badly she needs to have surgery. You're on record saying that men in women's locker rooms and sports is a quote, not a thing. Given what's happening on the ground in California, will you now acknowledge that it is in fact a thing? And if elected governor, what would you do to protect women in California from men, including men convicted of violence against women who can self-identify into any female space under the current law?
I was a prosecutor in Oakland for 7 years.
Here comes the
where justice was warranted and mercy was warranted, I showed it. And where a stiff punishment was warranted because somebody got hurt, I stopped it. And I will not be a governor that tolerates violence against women.
Still hasn't answered her.
Period. That's not going to happen.
Still hasn't answered her.
Now, as it relates to the issue of trans kids, particularly in sports, sure. Yeah, that's wrong. Harassment, yeah.
Fuck this guy, dude. I hate him.
Yeah. I'm gonna protect women. I did as a prosecutor.
This is what Blondie was talking about.
No woman should be harassed in any locker room. I'm telling you, no woman should be harassed in a locker room. That's a crime. That's a crime. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't want men harassing you in a women's locker room.
Still can't answer her.
That should not happen.
Yeah, he won't just say no.
I will also say,
She's fucking
She goes off,
there.
bro. She goes off. Love it.
Amen, woman.
I'm telling you.
He never fucking answered her.
He's a fucking prick, dude. Fuck that guy.
going to protect you as governor. You have my word on this.
You have my word. You have my.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
fuck
have my
off.
word. Yeah.
You have my word that I'm not. You have my word that I ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. Natron, you see what Natron says? Oh, it's kind of funny though. He says the Hyman Wiener.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
he says I'm against men harassing women in
yeah,
locker rooms, but I'm not
yeah,
against them being in there.
yeah.
It's okay if
He
they go
couldn't,
in there, but that's not they harass them.
and
Well,
he's not gonna
if they
fucking
weren't allowed
answer,
in there, they couldn't harass them in there.
and he's not gonna answer because he needs the fucking far left and the crazy loons, okay, and the alphabet mob in California. He needs them, right? If he wants
The
to
alphabet
run,
mob.
that he needs them, okay, and he's
It's
got
always the
listen.
alphabet crew. Every
This is the
single
dude.
fucking.
This is the dude who got fucking played by Fang Fang, the Chinese fucking spy. Okay,
Yeah.
so like,
And he got
Oh
caught at
yeah,
a
fucking
casino.
Fang Fang. That's right. I forgot about that bitch.
yeah,
He also got caught at a casino saying he only sleeps with dime pieces, meaning that he cheats on his wife constantly.
yes.
And then he got confronted by a reporter that caught him saying that there, and he got all pissed off and ran off and got into his fucking Escalade and drove off.
Because he's a scumbag, dude.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit,
gross.
and everybody knows he's a piece of shit. He gets roasted on X every time he posts some shit about Trump. He
Oh,
gets
dude.
absolutely
Absolutely,
annihilated.
yeah. I've seen.
They absolutely annihilate him.
I call him out on Facebook posts. I'm like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he gets annihilated. But he doesn't care.
He's Gavin Newsom light is what I like to call him.
They're all Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all
Gavin
slimy
Yeah.
fucking car salesmen. That's what they are.
they're just-
Democrat politicians and a lot of Republican ones too.
Correct.
Slimy fucking car salesmen.
Yeah.
Can't trust them
Absolutely.
as far as you can throw them.
No.
Absolutely.
We need fucking term limits and no more pensions. Fuck your pension.
Do you guys think they're really going to run him for president? Like, what do you think?
Gavin?
Newsom?
Yeah.
You
I
think
think
so?
It'll be like a Gavin AOC ticket.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
I think
guess.
I think that they will. No,
Yeah, imagine that.
AOC is running for Senate in New York. She's taking Chuck Schumer's seat.
Fuck, dude, that's a
Yeah.
terrible. Fuck.
She's going to primary him out. I can see that. I saw that writing on the wall. She's been attacking him fucking for about 5 years straight now. Okay, waiting for the day. She's salivating over taking his seat,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
New Yorkers are going to vote her in.
They
Okay,
will.
no matter how much red, because there's plenty of red in New York. Okay, that with all the shenanigans and everything that goes on in New York as well, she's going to win.
With all the
New York
liberal
City's
women,
going to pull for her.
absolutely.
Yeah, New York City's going to pull for her. Okay, because they fucking outdo. There's 5 major cities in the state of New York. Okay, and and probably one fucking what we think is inconsequential, but really isn't. Okay, a couple of smaller cities that actually have a profound effect on how things go in the state. But the whole state. I'm telling you, those 5 cities are going to rep for her. In particular, New York City is going to absolutely fucking blow the doors off for her. They keep voting her in. She has done nothing for her district, okay, in New York.
No. She's done less than nothing because she made it to where Amazon fucking left. Like Amazon was like, no, fuck you. We're not doing that shit.
They were gonna build in Queens. They were gonna hurt the Queens side of her district. It was gonna bring
lost
something like 8,000 jobs.
I think it was 11. Yeah. I thought it was 11,000 jobs.
Yeah, something like that. You're probably right. Okay. Yeah. She chased them out of the city.
She chased them out. And then they're like, yeah, let's vote for her again, guys. Like, you guys are fucking retarded.
It's for women. That's why I said at the beginning of the show. It's the liberal, and they don't care because they don't listen to the policies. They don't listen to any of that.
Please don't.
It's all about popularity.
Women to vote for a woman.
Well, I mean, they do have their things. They have their fucking special interests that, murder your kids and all that other stuff. That is like very important for liberal women. All right, but that's okay.
They love it.
It's as horrible as it is. Let them keep freaking murdering themselves out of existence because, we spoke about this on Monday about, how, the younger generation is actually getting more conservative. Okay, they're looking to have more families and stuff like that and everything, and things are changing. There's always a pendulum shift.
My
Did you know that
15-year-old, he loves some Nick Fuentes. He is like America first. Like these kids are, they've really pushed everybody far right. And the
did you
more crazy shit they keep doing, the farther right they're pushing us all.
did you guys know that 26% of Gen Z was murdered?
Yes, it's actually, I think
Yeah.
it might be more than that. I've read numbers
I
a little
think that
higher.
I thought that percentage was actually higher. I did see something
It
about that.
might
I
be
didn't really look.
28%.
Yeah.
26 to 28% of Gen Z was murdered.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Imagine.
that's fucking
those-
crazy.
Yeah. It's annihilation. Absolute annihilation, man. It is
I don't know
eugenics.
how women do that. I just never
It
could
is
do that.
eugenics on steroids. Okay, Margaret Sanger was a eugenicist. Okay,
She was.
she was right up there with old fucking Austrian homeboy. Okay, her Austrian homeboy. Okay, she was fucking on the same par with him. She followed that, and like all you had to do is listen to her own words, right? She wrote it down. She said it in her own words. Okay, but she is hailed as this freaking pioneer of women's rights. Don't understand how that got freaking. Well, actually, I do understand how that got pulled into everything because that was all part of the Marxist movement. So,
Yeah.
in this
Initially,
country,
it was to control the black
Johnson, her.
population. It was to control the black people. That's why on every corner there's
it was
a
like
Planned
75%.
Parenthood store and a Catholic dance shop.
75% of Planned Parenthoods were in blacks and then eventually Hispanic neighborhoods.
I think that the two biggest detriments to the black community were Margaret Sanger and Lyndon B. Johnson. Those are the two biggest detriments to the black community.
And as much as blacks are gonna hate me for this, I think MLK didn't do them any justice either. Okay, because he was way more socialist than people think he is. Okay,
he was also a cheater. I remember reading he had like some affairs.
Oh, he would go into orgies. That guy was a horrible human being.
But even beyond his personal life, this is beyond his personal life.
Great civil rights activist, horrible human being.
Actually, I don't know. I don't see him. I stopped seeing him as a civil rights activist a long time ago.
Yeah, I look at Malcolm X more as an activist than him. And
Malcolm X said the most dangerous person is a white liberal.
Yeah,
I know.
And liberals, they try to quote Malcolm X all the time. I'm like,
they killed him.
Well, what about this one?
They literally killed him for that exact statement of saying,
guys, go look up
the exact people that killed him. Like, come on.
Go look up Chad Jackson on X for you, Blondie, and on Instagram for you, girl dad. Okay, Chad Jackson. Chad Jackson.
I'm looking it up right now.
He's got a whole series on his Patreon and has gone into the civil rights movement and how Marxism absolutely infiltrated it and how MLK was part of it. I remember
I like this guy. I remember
my dad telling me at a younger age that, he was trying to explain this to me because my dad understood it because my dad grew up during that time. Okay. He was a young man during that time. He was trying to explain these things to me and I was like, Dad, it's MLK. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Okay. Because in school, we were taught to believe that he was something that in the end, he wasn't. Right. And they're going to hold on to that forever. But go look up Chad Jackson, guys. Like I said, Blondie, he's on X. So, and he posts on X all the time. They come after him and he lights people up because he's very intelligent. All right. To me, he's a modern day Thomas Sowell, the way he speaks.
Oh, love it.
He's fucking awesome. Okay. And I've been trying to get him on the show forever. Okay. But he's been in the middle of making his documentary that he turned into like a 12-parter or whatever it is. It's a series on his Patreon and stuff like that. And he responded to me once and said, I would love to come on, but he's just not have any time. I've been dying to get him on because I just want to get in his head just to see.
I can try to reach out to him also. Wow.
I've been trying desperately to get him, but he's a busy dude. He's on everywhere, all the time. But I'm telling you, just listen to his videos, man. And he breaks it down. And the way he breaks it down is he lets somebody talk, like somebody rant and rave who's ranting about something. Then he fucking goes in and he's not rude. He's not obnoxious about it. He's just very intelligent. And just the way he speaks, he's awesome. And I absolutely love listening to his stuff. But
he speaks very calmly. He's a very calm person.
He's very calm. Yeah. He breaks it down, the infiltration of socialism everywhere that you guys have heard me say since like the 19th century. He gets into it in depth and how it affected the black community in particular, but how it has affected everyone. you know? So it's just amazing. All right. James, let everybody know where you're at and everything. We're on a oh shit. Cass, are you in the chat, Cass? We gotta find some place to raid, guys.
Cash.
Cass is usually pretty good with that stuff.
Well, you can find me at the Girl Dad Official on everything. Very simple.
How has it been without your girls for the week? Are they back? Well, it seems like they're back.
Yeah, they're back. I mean, it was quiet, and all the animals were in my room instead of their rooms, so I did not sleep very well. Well, because the animals want to be like right on top of you, and I'm just like this, like with 4 animals. I'm like, oh God, leave me alone.
All right, guys, we're going to raid Luna Lopez because I promised her we would raid her channel. She's actually live right now, so we are going to help her out. All right.
Nice.
She's got you know, don't always agree with everything that she says, but we always have great conversations with her and everything like that. She's you know, she does do her research like all of us do and stuff like that, and we all have our own opinions on things. Blondie, let's talk a little bit about your podcast you got coming up. Let everybody know.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it. We're getting the studio set up. I'm really excited about it. I think it's gonna be awesome. And I think I'm just gonna start like 2 days a week, and then I'll still do our show every other Wednesday. I'll probably maybe do like Tuesdays and Thursdays, maybe.
Awesome.
I don't know. We'll see. But I'll probably just be only on Rumble. I probably won't even fuck with YouTube because as much as I get banned everywhere, there's no point to even fuck with it. So
yeah,
I'll probably just
totally
do
get
that and then do like the live on X, like you were telling me.
Yeah. Now, when you're ready, I'm telling you, just get Evie Mux. I got an affiliate link. You'll get a discount on it and everything. And I'm telling you, I can walk you through it, and because you're smart as fuck, so like I can literally breeze you through this with everything I know. And then a guy like Tomby will take you to another level because he's phenomenal with this shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be great. Yeah, I'm sure he can help.
Well, fam, Blondie was back. It was so good to see her. We missed her.
It's great to be back.
I'm so happy for you. I'm fucking cheering for you. I just want to see your shit blow up. I really do. And I will do whatever I can to help you with that. Honestly, I mean that because I love you. You're a fucking fantastic person. You're a great friend. You're fantastic for the show. You've always have been. And I hope you just fucking your come up is absolutely exponentially greater than any of these dipshits that on X that don't deserve it. Seriously, I really do. Guys, this Friday, she has confirmed Peyton Jackson will be back with us. Okay. She's running for Texas 33. She's going to be she's going to be in the house. I believe Red Day is going to be back on Friday. He hasn't told me he hasn't. He did say that he would be back, but he has been traveling and whatnot for the holidays. I think he's still up in New Hampshire. Hopefully he'll be back on Friday, but we'll roll
was he gone this week?
Yeah, he was up in New Hampshire and whatnot. And then next Monday, right now, I don't have anybody Monday. Wednesday is Warrior Wednesday. We got Joey Polk, which is one of the girl dad's friends. Okay. Yeah, we got you, Ryan. We're coming, Ryan. We're coming, brother. I already got the raid set up. I got it set up. Don't say anything to her though. All right, I got it set up. And then then on the 12th, we have Mostly Peaceful Latinas. Okay, coming on the show. That's Linda Quadros, Catalina also. Linda Catalina, she goes by as well. And Isabella, they have confirmed. Right now, I'm still trying to get their emails so I can set them up. That should be a very, very great show. And then we got what do we got? The 19th is what do you call it? 13th, 14th, the 15th. Yeah, the 15th. The 15th, B Money will be back. Talk to him for our financial show. The 19th is Red Day Walker's birthday. So I'm trying to get some people to come on for that. And then on the 22nd will be the last show of the year for Break the Machine podcast, guys. And we won't be back until January 5th. And I'm setting up a January 6th episode for that. I will still be doing Salty Dog and all that, and my gaming. I'm about to get that all up and running soon because I still got to get my hours in for Rumble. But Break the Machine will be done for the year on the 22nd. All right. So with all that said, fam, I am the Big Red One Guy signing off. And remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America, and I will see you all on Friday. Have a good night. Sending you guys over to Real Luna Lopez.
Hi, guys.
There we go. And broadcast.